Hey, what's up, guys? So we just had our Quints Cup at our locals, and I got first out of the Quints player, so I got the cup. I came in second for the night, only behind AOT, which went undefeated. Kind of cringe because you get hit with a lot of wind, but it is what it is. So here's the deck. Playing 12 standby Nino, and the first card right here is this Itsuki back row. Pay 2, tap self, salvage a Quints character, and also tap this card, choose a character, gets plus 500, and can clock swap the card you reverse. Pretty good card. Next one, the Ichika Climax Swapper. On placement, you can put a card from your hand to stock, and then pay 1, pitch a Climax, grab a Climax. The first effect's really good, but this deck doesn't really care about what Climax you have, because the standby deck, you just put big shit out. It's the normal standby shit. You're just trying to get a big board. Next card, one of the Nino Brainstormer. Kind of don't use it, but it's nice to have a generically good Brainstormer because the Ichika one can only search Ichikas. But just normal salvage Brainstormer. When you reverse something, give a character plus 500. Doesn't come up too often. Next card, this back row Nino. On placement, you can grab 2 characters from your waiting room, shuffle them into your deck. You're going to want to use that for your level 3 Nino, so you can get effect of its 12 standby effect. And then the other effect, when you place a Climax, goes back to your hand, give something plus 1k, and the effect, look at top 2, keep on top, pitch 1. Next card, one of the reasons why this deck is really dumb, it gives it too much deck speed to handle, is Dozing Off Ichika. 2 effects. First one, pay 1, sack this card, look at top 4, grab the Quints character. And second effect, pay 1, tap 2, mill 5, for each Climax, search your deck for each character. Being able to use 2 stock to mill 9 is insane, and to be able to potentially plus off of it, depending on how many Climaxes you hit, is really fun. The top effect's really good too, just if you need to get through your deck or get a card in hand. Super helpful. Next card is 2 of the Ichika Riki. So there's a reason I don't play 4 of these, and I'm going to show you that in a second, but it's just on placement, look at top card, leave it on top, pitch it, pay 1, clock top, search your deck for a level 1 or lower. Generic Riki, but super good. This card is the reason I don't play 4 Rikis, is this Ichika Nakano. When it's sent to a waiting room, you pay 1, put top card of your deck to clock, look it up the top 2 for each. You can grab up to 2 characters. It's super good, especially in this deck because hand is kind of your most valuable resource because you're relying on hand encore a ton through the mid game. This helps you get set up before you go into level 1 and start doing your standby shit. It's just super solid. Next card right here is the Chiori Bomb. Itsuki Nakano. Level 0 bomb and its effect when it's sent to waiting room. Pitch 1. Look at top 4, grab a level 1 or higher. Can grab your events, can grab just about anything you'd want. And you're in standby, helps up your graveyard. Super good. And then one of the funnest cards to use, this Nino Ironwood. Call it Nino Ironwood because of the James Ironwood Ruby card. On placement, pitch a Nino card, draw 1, and pitch 1 card to your waiting room, and reveal top card, salvage up to level X. Level X is the card revealed. Really good, especially if you want to try to get back any of your backups or any card that you need to play soon. You pretty much know what you're going to hit around what you have in your waiting room. This deck plays a super high quantity of 3s and 2s, so you're probably going to hit those more often than not, so you're able to get your backups back super reliably. Just having that is really helpful for the deck to keep itself going and keep itself alive. Okay. Now it's time for the level 1s. This level 1, it's just a 1k backup and give something else 1k, so free 2k. Really good against other standby decks with the red 1/1. You just get to be able to overplay it, so you don't have to hand encore and you remove their character, so it's super helpful. Next card, 1/1, 7/5 hand-on cord, the generic standby card just about any standby deck will have. My favorite level 1 card, the 1/1 cannot be reversed by cost 0 Nino. This is one of the reasons why the deck's able to compete as hard as it does, is it just will not give up board with this. Because most decks, especially stuff that I play against, which is a lot of Danmachi, they're constantly fielding bells or level 1s, and it doesn't matter what they do, they just can't get rid of her. So she just sits there for 2-3 turns sometimes, and I'm just, okay, free advantage constantly. Super good. 6/5's an okay power line, but it doesn't really matter. You can go under all you want. You're not gonna get reversed. It's pretty fine. Okay, now it's going into my level 2s. I play 1 memory counter, just normal memory counter. Play the Nino anti-change. With full board, you pay to get rid of one of their higher level cards. The full board condition doesn't come up too often, but when it does, it's super annoying. But I'd rather do that than pitch anything from hand or pay a lot more. Just hand is way too valuable in this deck for you to pitch stuff for it. Next card, Important Charm, Bracelet Event, -3 soul, keeps you alive. It's so critical to have this whenever you're at 3 and you're at risk of dying, because you can just, oh, you're about to kill me? Okay, never mind, you're not. It keeps this deck alive, because sometimes this deck can't push for the kill and may need 2 turns. This gives you that second turn to kill. Then, level 2 combo, Nino. You can bring her out at level 1 with the standby. On placement, you pitch that, it gains 1k until the end of your opponent's next turn, and it has hand-on core if all of my other characters are quintuplets, and plus 5,000 on attack. So she can get super big, she's super nutty, and you love to see her throughout the entire game. She is incredibly weak on defense at only 7k, 8k if you played her with the climax. But with how much offensive pressure she can have, that's why you want hands, so you could be able to hand-on core her and not really care, and just next turn, okay, I killed whatever you got left. Okay, time for level 3s. I play 1 of the Miku Icy Tail. On placement, search your deck for a character, and then on attack, pay 2, pitch 1, Icy Tail for 4, and gains 1k. Good card. I really like playing it. It's good to have something as an off finisher, because sometimes you can't get all of your stuff on board, and you won't be able to combo off with all of your level 3 sometimes. I've done that. I rarely am able to get most of them on board, so having her is just a little icing on the cake to get a little damage in. Next card, early play Ichika, 2 Relax Climax, -1 level, plus 500 for every other character, so she can sit with full board at static 11, which is really nice, and then pitch a card, heal the stock, which is really nice. If you can get a card with that effect, you want to use it. It's just, healing the stock is so good. Next card, this Ichika back row. All the cards in front of it get 2k, and when it's placed from your hand, you heal 1. Other effect, activates up to 3 times a turn. When a character is put on field from your waiting room, you can give something +1 soul. Really nice to have in a deck that can standby out stuff this much. I often forget about this effect just because I'm not paying attention to it, but it could be super critical. You can set up some nasty side attacks with this. It's okay, 2 or whatever, and get a guaranteed set amount of damage to go for kill. Next card, Big Girl Nino. She is a global 1500, and when you play the climax, you can look up top 2, rearrange in any order, choose one of your quintuplets characters, and give it the following effect. When it attacks, look up top 2, pitch 1, keep 1. Good card. Having 2 of these on board and this Ichika back row just pretty much gives you an immortal board, especially with backups at hand. You just like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and kill on defense whatever you have. These are your 2 real, including her, defensive pressure cards, because the rest of the stuff just drops down outside of offense, the finisher and the 2/2. So you rely on her so much just to keep going. And then finally, level 3 combo, the whole 12 standby gimmick. If you have the level 3 climax in play, she gains a standby trigger in all areas. So if you trigger her, she becomes a standby icon. On your turn, gets plus 4K, and then it's attack. Pay 1, pitch 1 at the end of the attack, burn 3. Good card, but like I said, this deck is. I don't often get most of these on field. I maybe get 1 or 2 sometimes. It's just this deck does not have a lot of ways to really put stuff in your hand and fill it out outside of Ironwood and maybe your Brainstormer. So you try to keep some of these in hand, or stand by them out before going into your final turn for attack. Then the climax lineup, of course. You play 4 straightforward unstoppable feelings for your level 2, and then you play 4 straightforward feelings for your level 3.
Is there anything you would want to add or change about the deck?
Not really. The one lineup changes depending on what you're going against. Like if you were bringing this to a regional event, it would probably be better to go 3-3 split, because against standby decks you'd rather have the hand encore, so it's not completely useless, because you could back up into it, keep it alive, or if they only have 7/5s, you can get 2 at 8/5, so they're going to be under. But besides that, the deck runs fine. It's just sometimes you just get bad luck with it. I don't see anything really going to change. The only thing that would matter is when it gets hit on the ban list eventually. Alright, that's it. This deck is being retired after tonight because I do not like playing standby, but I wanted to win the cup, so we got that done.